Okay, Lefty, as promised, here I am giving you the little video demonstration of what I was talking about. There are two things that I noticed that were particularly wrong with the delivery as I saw it in your video. The first thing that I think you should do in order to solve the problem is what I described to you. If you would stand up and hang your left arm to your side, you'll notice that the bicep has a tendency to face in the direction of the pins as you're bowling, but your wrist has this tendency to face the leg. What you need to do manually when you're bowling and right now is to turn your wrist until it faces forward, as if it were facing the pins as you're bowling. Now, this is going to do two things. It's going to keep you behind the ball. It's also going to help you to get this little feeling point on the inside of your thumb. As I mentioned in the post that I put on ball reviews, take your right hand, reach over and grab your elbow just underneath of your bicep. Right there where your thumb is, there is a bone, the inside of your elbow right here. That bone will be the key to helping you solve the problem. As you're bowling, well, as you're practicing the swing anyway, you want to see if you can feel that bone brushing very gently against the side, against your rib cage or against the side of your body right here. So as you begin to swing your arm back and forth, you want to feel that bone brushing against your side. If you were in a bowling position, you might not feel it as much, but you can see that the bone is still facing the side and it's keeping my wrist facing forward as I deliver the ball. The second thing that I think would probably be very beneficial to you is to change how you cup your wrist. At the current time, your wrist, as you are holding it at your side when you release the ball, palm is facing forward, but your wrist is also splayed outward. What you want to do is get to the point where your wrist is not splayed outward, but is actually cupped inward. So you can see that my wrist is bent. There's a bit of a cupping in my hand. Now I'm underneath of the ball, and even better would be to turn your wrist until it's cocked and cupped at the same time. Now you're working the inside of the ball, as Randy Peterson says. So as you're bowling, your arm is going to come forward. You're going to straighten out your wrist as you release, and then you're going to come through with your follow-through. So it's all one motion to straighten and then release. Notice that my hand never comes around the ball. My hand is constantly behind or beneath the ball. So a very swift motion is like this to straighten and release. If you can do those two things, if you can keep your palm facing the pins, and if you can keep the wrist cupped and cocked at the same time, it will not only add revolutions to your approach, revolutions to your ball path, but it will also straighten out your ball path, give you more accuracy, and give you a lot more scoring possibility at the end of the ball. Hope that helps out. Thanks.